Hello, Saints. We're in Revelation this week in chapter 19. We're getting near the end of the book. The introductory scene to this chapter is verses 1 to 10. And in there, the saints have been delivered. Babylon had fallen and they've been delivered from its clutches. And 4 times they tell God, hallelujah. And not that they're hallelujahing because of the fall and the demise of Babylon, but because they have been delivered. That's the reason. And this is the introductory scene of what's happening, because in verse 11 on to the end of the chapter is the story of the second coming of Jesus. Now, he's riding on the white horse dipped in blood. Usually this is a picture of warriors going to war, coming back with their robes dipped in the blood of their enemy. But for Jesus, it's his own blood that he had spilled to save us. That's the robe dipped in blood. And he comes back with the army of heaven. There at the end of chapter 19 is the time period when Armageddon occurs. In essence, Jesus is the fire that falls from heaven. So when we think about the hallelujahs on the sea of glass, singing the song of Moses, song of the Lamb, as we read back in chapter 15, this is the whole culmination of what's going on to the end. We saw the 7 last plagues led us up to that period. And God's people would be delivered, and God would have his kingdom back. And so this is a really important change over here in chapter 19, where we come in to see the Lamb coming back not as a sacrifice, not for sin, but coming back as the King of Kings, not wearing the crown, or what's called the Stephanos, the crown of victory, but the diadem, the right to rule. And so he himself will be now the warrior king. That's what we see here. And he comes back with the army of heaven. The army of heaven, you and me. We are the army of heaven. Remember in Revelation 13, verse 6, where the beast system makes war with the Lamb and the Lamb's tabernacle. That is those who dwell in heaven. And you and I, that's where we dwell. We're not earth dwellers, those who dwell on earth or earth, we're heaven dwellers. That's our home, not here. The new earth will be our home, but our place is with God. That's why we dwell in heaven. So this preparation for the second coming is very important. This is just the introductory scene, or what's called the sanctuary visionary scene, is a diorama of what's going to take place. The saints aren't in heaven first, and then the second coming. Don't read it chronologically like that. This is the setup on what's happening in chapter 19. Blessings.